more so they can use it. And I don't think it's doing them a whole lot of good. They're like the guy hanging onto a rope off a cliff and they're holding on for their dear life. They're on their way out. They're sliding down. Doesn't matter how hard they hold it, they're going. I think the elites will have lost control of the world in the next 10 years or less. And I think they're going to be exposed in the next few years. Maybe in the next 2 years. I thought it would come a little sooner though. But I'm hearing now 2025, something like that, 2024, 2025. I mean, after the election, people know there's stuff wrong, but they can't do anything about it right now because we're stuck for the rest of this presidential term. I was hoping people would vote in midterms a little more than they did. I was a little disappointed with that. The Cryon says we're on track. It's just slow. Nothing's going to happen overnight. He's told us that. And he says, no, it's not going to happen as fast as you want to. It's a shame to see all these people suffer on account of these people in Ukraine and Africa, the Horn of Africa. They're suffering. And it's the elites that are causing it. They're manipulating things and causing wars. It makes the people miserable. Some of them are dying. And we keep voting for them. In midterm elections, a lot of candidates still got in that were supposed to be in. Some didn't. But I was thinking, oh, people should really be upset. And they weren't. Not as much as I thought they should be. I just hope that we can get someone in for president. I would think that we would. There's a pretty big following for Trump. He's not necessarily a savior, the savior that everybody thinks he is. They have me managing his website now, which is really an odd thing. I joined it because I voted for him. And I didn't really care for some of the Christian comments. And I think I even told them, it's not what Trump, I'm pretty open. And I kind of figured after I made a few comments, I figured there's no point in even looking at this anymore. I'm not going to even look at it anymore. Sometime later, somebody requested and said, do you want to become the administrator? I think there's more than one administrator, but do you want to be an administrator? And they says, we don't have one. So maybe I'm the only one that have it. I don't know. Or maybe at the time I was the only one. So I figured, well, I could take it. And if they don't like what I'm doing, at least they had one for a while. I'll try it. So maybe they liked my comments and thought, okay, he's kind of, that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not always that way, but maybe I'm listening to Cryon a little bit. And I threw a few comments on there when I was administrator. I put one in there. Somebody has a lot of Christian stuff, like the gays are against God's will, they're against the commandments. Really strong Christian. This is on the Trump thing. And I replied, or I didn't reply directly to them, I just replied with a post about Trump and what he did for the gays. That he did a lot for the gays. He probably did more for the gays than this Biden ever thought of doing. Biden's hurting them. Trump helped them. And these Christians are making out like, oh, the people are going to think that Trump's anti-gay. And they're not going to vote for him. That's what my concern is. That's what happened to me in 2016. I was scared of him because I saw all the Christians. I thought, oh my God. I didn't vote for him for that reason. I thought this is extremism. And that's what the media was saying too. But I know what the Christians believe. And I don't want that pushed on the rest of us. It's dark. And Cryon says it's dark too. He's polite about it. It's not as harsh as I am, but what else did they put on? Oh, I put on something about the Hindus and Trump. That there's a group of Hindus. And I mentioned that he let all religions lead prayers. This is back in 2017, I think. And they had like a World Prayer Day. And he let every denomination and religion lead a prayer. The Buddhists led one. The Anglicans, the Catholics, they all had their turn. And the Hindus had their prayer. It was a familiar one that I knew. But they let everybody. They didn't just let the Christians pray. They let everybody. That's what democracy, that's what America's about. And Trump knows that. And I posted, there's Hindus that are Trump. Trump helps the Hindus. He acknowledges them. He's not just for the Christians. And basically, I think one time he replied. I don't think I'm being too harsh with him. Kind of leaving it laissez-faire. I'm not making any rules. I actually could make rules. There was a thing there. It's, oh yeah, here's a place where there's no rules. I don't want to make the people feel like someone's coming in and pulling the rug out from under them. I'm going to wait for somebody to maybe do something that's really bad, which I don't expect to happen, and then maybe I'll make a rule. I do check it. I didn't check it today, but I do check it periodically. I did have a few people that are on my friends list, and I invited them to join it, and they did join it. 3 of them did, because I sent them an invitation, and maybe it was sent as an administrator. I don't know. Probably. I think everything I post is by the administrator now, so it has a little more authority to it now. I don't own the website, I don't think so. I think that there's someone else that owns it. It's over me. I don't know their name. They're probably the ones that asked me to do this. But I'll do it for a while, and they'll either dismiss me or find someone else, but I'll do it for a while. They have someone at least. They don't. I mean, I would think that they would have a. Surprising they didn't have someone to administrate it, but you gotta you feel like you're taking on something when you do it. The only reason I took it on is because nobody was there at all. It's better to have someone that is doing a little bit than nothing. So, but no, I didn't expect anybody to ask me to do that, because I make a lot of comments. I don't know if I guess some people like them though. Back when I was a Christian, I used to be the same way though, and I was just as bad as some of these people I don't like. Probably worse. I used to piss people off, I think, especially family. I don't think I do that anymore, at least not that way. I am blunt though. I have a feeling on something, I come right out and say it. I don't mince words about it. And I'm vocal about what I believe, so I think most people know what I believe. Unless they don't know me very well. They know, okay, yeah, he's Trump. He's this or that.